Hey, what is up guys? So, today's Monday. Mondays usually suck, but this replay definitely does not. But anyways, it's going to be some Eidolon Beast Magician Girls facing off against some Speedroid Phantom Knights, and the comebacks are absolutely crazy in this one today, boys. But anyways, Instant Fusion activated. Gonna go ahead and make that Bahamut Shark busting out the totally awesome. So on board we have two cards that can negate a lot of different things. We got the Merkaba that can negate either spells or a monster's effect because of the cards in his hand. Then we have Treat Toad that says now he can't really do very much against itself. But anyways, he's going to go ahead and exceed him to double. Levier is going for those plays. Going to go ahead and make Break Sword. He's going to go ahead and try to destroy the Bahamut Shark, but he's going to go ahead and negate that with Merkaba. He's going to make F0. He's going to attack into Merkaba, activating its effect to steal it, but then Treat Toad is going to say nope to that. But F0 is going to say nope to that negation and destruction, but it does still negate the effect, but he detached material. He's going to go ahead and activate Brilliant Fusion, but he's going to go ahead and say no to that. Then he's going to go ahead and attempt to activate another effect, but Solemn says no. He's going to go ahead and make a Raideen over here. He's going to go ahead and activate Fog Blade over there, but he actually changed its effect because it's once per turn during Eidolon player's turn, so flips both of them face down, makes a Zenmail, blows up the double face downs over here, and you'd think that this is all over, but like I said, it's a crazy comeback. Anime status, only the Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist can come back from this. Look at this board. Like, how are you supposed to win? Alright, you're playing Phantom Knights, but look how resilient the deck is. It does not want to go down bottomless activated, but he's going to be able to activate that Phantom Break Sword effect. That card's still pretty pricey. He's going to go ahead and make that Dank Rebellion. He's going to reduce that card to half its attack. Going to go ahead and then rank up, but he's going to get that negated by using Merkaba's effect to negate that Fog Blade activated. Going to go ahead and bring back another card. He's going to go ahead and move into defense mode, actually gain additional 800 attack. He's going to finally attack over Merkaba. Zenmail not strong enough, and he still has the trap tricks for Fleesia, but this card is still a pretty decent little card. He's going to go ahead and set his own card face down. Really good play to blow up other two face down, because this is not up to two cards. It has to be two cards. He's going to go ahead and swap that back into attack, then move it right back in defense mode, increase attack to make it 4,000. But it doesn't really matter because it's back to 3750. He's going to go ahead and boost his attack up again. He's going to activate Solemn, wanting to negate the Mass Change second, but he's got another sword to activate his effect. Going to go ahead and make a Levier. He's going to go ahead and be cheeky, get back his opponent's card over here, and he's going to go ahead and finally make a game because his opponent couldn't take the damage from the Trick Cloud, burning himself. But wow, that was a crazy comeback. Oh my gosh. But I know some of you guys want both those deck profiles. They were pretty spicy, if I say so myself. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out both those decks, because I think those are two really cool decks right there that you guys saw in action. And I know all you pervs, you guys love the Magician Girls, right? But, not really talking about them or really playing them, but he definitely showed off that they were pretty decent. He was able to make a ton of stuff. But anyways, let's go and jump right into the deck profile. So we got that one young Gem Knight Garnet, because you gotta have that target for the Brilliant Fusion. We got 3 copies of Kiwi Magician Girl, 1 copy of Trick Clown to trick your opponent, prank him, Joey Salads over here. And then we got 3 copies of Choco Magician Girl. Then we got 3 copies of Alistair. We got 2 copies of Apple Magician Girl. We have 1 copy of Lemon Magician Girl. 3 copies of the Lolly, the Berry Magician Girl. Then we got 3 copies of the Instant Fusion. Then we have Fusion Conscription over there. You can obviously add a lot of different things, specifically Alistair as of right now. Well, there's going to be more support later down the line for this deck. This deck is looking pretty good, though. It's like really splashable. Next up, we got 3 copies of Polymerization. We have 2 copies of Terraforming. For, of course, their Young Field spell. We got 3 copies of the Summoning Magic. 3 copies of Brilliant Fusion, because if you open up with it, it's good. And then we have 3 copies of Reckless Magic Circle. So we didn't really go over this card too much, but it's pretty simple. You activate it, you add an Alistair. That's pretty much his effect. And then also, though, if you activate a card or effect that includes the effect that summons a Fusion monster, it can't be negated. Also, your opponent can't activate cards or effects when that monster is summoned. You can only activate 1 per turn, but you only really need 1 anyways. But really good stuff because, yeah, this card's pretty important. Then we got Bottomless, so going for that budget build perhaps over there. Then Triple Call from Haunted, and then Solemn Warning. Obviously, Alistair's a pretty good card. There's a lot of different targets for this technically in this deck, because you can definitely make some good cards like this one over here. Of course, when you use Instant Fusion, maybe you actually I believe Well, there's another level 4. I think it's called Rare Fish, actually. We didn't get this card for a long time in the TCG. If some of you guys didn't know that. We didn't have a level 4 target that was actually all water for, I think, a really long time until this card came out. Like some of you guys won't believe me over here. So we go to Fusion, we go to water, and we go to, I think, did it have to be a fish? I think it's just level 4. Like, look at this. Let's search. That's it. Except for what? Wait, Fusion? How come it just disappeared? Maybe just 4. Okay, so, there is Neospatial Marine Dolphin, but that doesn't count. And Norden obviously is like the best target in the game. But okay, there we go. I swear, see, I knew that there was only one, and we finally got it. But anyways, that's not too important in this deck because you're going to go for Norden. But nonetheless, we have for the extra deck, Elysion. Oh, we gotta go over Elysion. My mouse moved. So anyways, Elysion is a pretty good card. It must be fusion summoned with the above monster. So it has to be an Eidolon Beast monster plus a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, which is pretty easy in this deck. But anyways, it must be a fusion summoned with the above materials. While face up on the field, this card is also dark, earth, water, fire, and wind. Call Captain Planet. But once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one of the Eidolon Beast monsters you control or in your graveyard. Banish the monster. If you do, banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same attribute. Oh hey, look, we got winds, we got waters, we got darks. That's a pretty good effect, right? So yeah, it's got an awesome effect. Plus it has good stats, 3200 attack and 4000 defense. You don't really make the card that often, but it's still good though. Next up we have Merkabah, which is pretty much the card that you are going to be going for. And then we have Mangalaneka. I always pronounce names wrong. You guys know I'm 12. I don't know how to read. But anyways, it's just vanilla. It doesn't really do anything. And then we have Purgatorio over here. So this one gains 200 attack for each card your opponent controls. Then it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. This is the card we talked about with Odrama Trio. It could be pretty cheeky. And then we have Cocytus, the Eidolon Beast. And anyways, he can't be targeted or destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Pretty good, but it's got pretty bad stats. But anyways, this card can attack while in defense position, and if you do, you apply its attack for damage calculation. I wish it applied its defense, but yeah. Otherwise, maybe you could Axe of Despairs, right? Because you could still target it by other things, so maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's too good, but nonetheless, sometimes you can stall with this card pretty hard. Next up, we got Jeb Knight, the Seraph Knight, and then we have Regdeen over here. You guys saw it being made, so it's one of the turn, either player's turn. You got Book of Moon, something pretty good effect. And we got Norden, which you guys should be familiar with, and Caligolga, the Eidolon Beast. So while it's face up on the field, each player can only activate a monster effect once per turn. Also, each player can only activate one monster during each battle phase. And then we got the Wind-Up Zenmayo, Bahamut Shark, number 37, and then Trap Tricks for Fleazia, which we saw in the gameplay, which actually kind of helped them out. And then, of course, Totally Awesome. Now we have the other deck, the deck that won. There's a lot of variants of PK Fire that have been really popular, but I haven't seen one that ran Marauding Captain. There is a lot of builds that I've seen run Kagamucha Knight, and I've even seen people play Dark Armed, which is kind of counterproductive sometimes, but nonetheless, yeah, Kagamucha Knight, not that bad of a card. But anyways, here's his deck profile for it. Like it's got heroes in it too. I want to say a lot of people have done this tech, so this is really nothing new. But Marauding Captain, I haven't seen it in quite some time. Anyways, first off, we have 2 copies of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, 3 copies of Speedroid Terratop, 2 copies of Marauding Captain, 3 copies of the Phantom Knights, the Ragged Gloves, 3 of the Ancient Cloak, 1 copy of Tekkentomborg, and then 3 copies of Silent Boots. Then we got the 1 Kagamucha Knight, so just go ahead and special summon it. 3 copies of Allure, 2 copies of Transmodify, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 2 Gold Sarcophaguses, 1 Foolish, 1 Rank Up Knights, Rank Up Magic Launch, 1 Mass Change, 2 Twin Twisters, 3 Mass Change Second, 3 Fog Blades, 2 copies of Sword, and 1 Psalm Warning. For the extra deck, we got Mask Hero Diane. We got 2 copies of Dark Law. We got 1 Dark Requiem Exceed Dragon, which unfortunately didn't get to come out during the gameplay. I really wish it did though, because that would have been cheeky. Then we got Ophion. We got Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon. We got 2 copies of Break Sword, 1 copy of Graham Pulse, 3 copies of Levier, 1 Mechaquip Anganir, 1 Dante from Devil May Cry, and then F-Zero, which was it's a pretty useful card, definitely good. I definitely like that one. This deck was just so cool. I really like, again, more unique decks. I think PK5, pretty much most people have seen it, I've already played it, but I just haven't seen Marauding Captain. And the comeback was really real. It's totally anime status. But I'm more interested in this. I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you guys have any suggestions for either one of these decks. I haven't really messed around with the Magician Girls recently with this, but I think that they're good. Like, this card is a really good card, and because you have Wind, Water, Fire, Earth, and you summon Captain Planet, you know, you could go for whatever you want to get rid of, and that's a pretty good effect in the game. But anyways, boys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys get a like button, a titty slap, and shout out to both of you guys for creating some excellent decks out there in that replay. But thanks for watching, guys, and I am signing out.